I'm back, Salvi B, and today more character collected miscellanies for Genshin Impact. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming to and just clicking on the thumbnail. It's thumbnails that take me a while, and I'm not really good at them, but I'm trying my best to do things differently and be out there and be noticed in the world of Genshin Impact. And now, without any further ado, doing things differently than I've done them before, we're gonna get into this character miscellany. You ready? Here we go. All right, let's see what we got here.
The city of pastorals, Mondstadt, is as free as the wind.
Albedo.
Even an outsider like Albedo can become chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. But on the other hand, his mastery of alchemy means that no one ever would have taken much persuading.
Ooh.
Mondstadt was never a nation known for its alchemy. But since Albedo's arrival, the Knights' achievements in the field sit only behind those of Sumeru's top scholars.
Decent looking character.
Knights and academics. Not two words that one would expect to hear in the same sentence.
And why is that? The Knights of Favonius affiliation. What do we got here?
Instead of leading the charge in combat, the calm and collected Albedo is better suited to providing support with reliable geo damage.
Ah, a support
Still,
geo
his skill set allows
character.
him to deal powerful attacks, meaning he more than holds his own on the battlefield. Creation is the basis of alchemy.
Probably not
Albedo's
play with
knowledge
him
allows him to find ways
or
to
pull for
improve
him.
crafting recipes and make better use of materials. When crafting weapon ascension materials, he has a chance of doubling the crafting output.
Ooh, that's a good reason to have him.
Albedo's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with his sword. Holding the attack button consumes a certain amount of stamina and performs 2 swift forward slashes.
And then
Tap his elemental skill to create a solar isotoma using alchemy, dealing
What does that
area
do?
of effect geo damage. A field is created around the solar isotoma. Periodically, when an enemy within the field takes damage, a transient blossom is generated at the enemy's location.
what does that do?
The transient blossom scales off Albedo's defense, dealing AoE geo damage
Oh,
to surrounding
okay.
enemies.
Okay.
A transient blossom can only be
That's
generated
interesting.
once every 2 seconds. Additionally, making contact with the solar isotoma causes geoenergy to accumulate, forming a crystallized platform that
That's pretty
lifts the
cool.
character up to a certain height.
I don't know how
Only one
helpful that's
platform
gonna
can
be.
exist at a time. Strategic use of the crystallized platform lets you employ plunging attacks in battle and
Okay.
helps you deal with enemies up above. When
I
adventuring, hold Albedo's elemental skill to choose the solar isotoma's position and use the crystallized
He's good for
platform to
movement.
get past environmental obstacles more quickly.
He's good for a movement squad.
After unlocking the talent Calcite Might, transient blossoms deal extra damage against
Ooh.
enemies with low health.
Some extra damage with, well, as their health lowers, his damage increase. That's pretty cool.
Crystallized geoenergy bursts forth at Albedo's command,
Is that a
dealing
knockback?
AoE geo damage in front of Albedo. If
Is that a-
Albedo's solar isotoma is still present on the battlefield, 7 fatal blossoms are generated in the
It's
solar
not a
isotoma
knockback
field,
though.
which bloom aggressively, dealing AoE geo damage.
That would have been cool
After
if it was a
unlocking
knockback.
the talent Homuncular Nature, Albedo's elemental burst increases nearby party members' elemental mastery for a period of time. Albedo's skill set is a rare and invaluable asset in combat. Creative use of the solar isotoma greatly diversifies the battle, paving the party's
no.
way to certain victory.
No, I don't like
When the
him.
battle begins, create a solar isotoma with Albedo's elemental skill. As he and fellow party members attack enemies inside the solar isotoma field, transient blossoms appear and deal damage to enemies.
Is he
while generating
strong? I don't
crystalline
know.
shields
I
through
don't.
Elemental reactions.
I am
Solar
not
isotoma
impressed.
also enables party members to unleash plunging attacks.
They just said this.
When energy is full, have Albedo unleash an elemental burst, giving the whole party a performance boost with increased elemental mastery.
Nah. I don't think that this character is somebody that a lot of people are using to their benefit.
No one can dispute Albedo's talent, but the source of the knowledge he possesses, it once brought about the destruction of a glorious
Outfit's pretty
nation.
cool. got like an 8 out of 10 for swag.
All that most people know of him is his title, Kryda Prince, and that he gained his position in the Knights on recommendation from Alice, the adventurer.
Nepotism.
Beyond this, the young man is a stranger to them.
He likes
A
to draw.
complete mystery, and the essence of his knowledge is equally unknown.
Why does he know so
But
much?
I know it well.
Why
It
does
hails from Kanria, the art of chemia. Soil and chalk, the universe and earth, pure dust and the birth of human life. There is no mistaking it.
trying to make him look all
I am
cool?
content to watch most crises play out from the sidelines. But if Albedo were ever to make a single wrong move, I could not let myself ignore it.
Oh. Not trusted. Yeah, I don't like Albedo very much. Let's get to the next one, huh? Who's no, they're gonna go backwards. Ganyu? Right? Ganyu?
Given Liyue's present prosperity, it's only natural that the city's operational support should match its scale. For millennia, from the birth of the Liyue Qixing to its...
I just want to say one thing, that the narrator's voice is a little bit, has like a reverb to it, and sounds like he's in an empty room, and I don't like it.
current roster of 7, they've all relied on the Yuehai Pavilion's secretary, the half-Qilin illuminated beast Ganyu, who assists the mortals in handling the most crucial matters. Although I detest deities, and have no liking for the Adepti who sign contracts with the Geo Archon, a person like Ganyu is still deserving of my respect.
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis by looking out for the interests of all living things in Liyue.
Yeah.
It is said that when a Qilin is brought to fight, the sun will lose its light. Ganyu is a force to be reckoned with.
Let's see
An
it.
archer with an exceptional aptitude for aimed shots.
Okay.
Her mastery over cryo lends itself well to high damage burst attacks.
An archer
while her
with
skills are of great help to her and her
ice.
allies during combat.
Yeah.
Through centuries of training, Ganyu's archery has reached the acme of perfection.
She's a
She
perfect
excels
archer.
at not only using bows, but also making them. Though she no longer needs to fight on the front lines, she still knows bow and arrow like the back of her hand.
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice little
While forging
angle.
bow-type weapons, Ganyu recovers a set percentage of the ores used. Her normal attack can combo up to 6 consecutive shots, dealing
Yeah,
physical
it's so
damage to
weak though.
enemies.
I see what they're saying,
Charging
like
the attack
it's cool to have
executes
6
a more
hits,
precise
but
shot that deals increased damage. Based on its charge time, the shot generates different effects.
how the hell long are you gonna hold that for?
Charge level 1 fires off an icy arrow that deals cryo damage.
Okay.
Charge level 2 fires off a frost flake arrow that deals cryo damage and
Okay.
blooms after hitting its target, dealing AoE cryo damage.
Show me number 3.
Frost flake arrow's power is best used against distant groups of enemies to maximize its effect. After unlocking the talent Undivided Heart, within a set period of time after shooting a frost flake arrow, the next frost flake arrow and its bloom will receive a crit rate bonus.
Oh, that's cool.
Tap
That's not bad.
Ganyu's elemental
The crit rate
skill
bonus.
to dash backward, leaving an ice lotus in her place that deals cryo damage and
Was that-
continuously taunts surrounding enemies,
Is that hit with sprint?
attracting them to attack it.
Oh. Okay.
When destroyed, or once its duration ends, it blooms profusely,
Freezes everybody.
dealing AoE cryo damage.
I can see her being helpful.
Ice Lotus's endurance scales based on Ganyu's max HP. Dexterous use of Ice Lotus can effectively redirect enemy fire, creating a safe environment for Ganyu to dish out damage.
Blaze over!
I can see her being useful on a lot of teams. I can see it.
Ganyu coalesces atmospheric frost to summon a sacred cryo
She's
pearl.
like Storm.
While it's active, the sacred cryo pearl will
That's
continuously rain
dope.
down shards of ice upon enemies within a set area.
That's dope.
Dealing cryo damage.
She has a
Celestial
whole, like,
Shower
blizzard.
deals damage while serving as a reliable source of cryo
Wait a
that
minute.
allows Ganyu's allies to trigger.
Wait a minute. So she could play that off, and then you could have a fire character to melt them all, right?
corresponding elemental reactions and further increase their damage output. After unlocking the talent Harmony Between Heaven and Earth with Ganyu in your party, all active party members within Celestial Shower's AoE gain a cryo damage bonus.
That's pretty dope.
As an archer, Ganyu knows to keep her enemies at a
Look
safe
at that
distance
angle.
and avoid close quarters combat.
Come on.
A constant barrage of frostflake arrows.
Clearly we know what they're making this game for.
Shine, leading her to victory. Ganyu can use her elemental skill to get out of
you don't
harm's
even need
way
all
and
that.
taunt her opponents, allowing her to then fire frostflake arrows unbothered, dealing damage to groups of enemies.
This keeps
from
freezing
afar.
everybody.
When her energy is full, Ganyu can unleash her elemental burst to further increase her ability to deal damage.
She looks strong.
When facing more formidable foes together with her allies, Ganyu's ability to taunt and infuse enemies with cryo is an effective form of support for the whole party.
That's dope.
That allows for defeating enemies in one fell swoop.
That was pretty dope. I like that.
The Liyue Qixing has changed over generations. Centuries have passed in the blink of an eye. Ganyu's accompanied Liyue through many a storm, but Liyue Harbor itself, can this city really become a safe harbor for an Adeptus in the world of mortals?
That's the goal.
When the Geo-Archon Morax was alive, an Adeptus like Ganyu could find a sense of belonging in the human city. But at present, when the weight of parting has already marked his end, the loneliness of an inhuman living in the human world, will it take Ganyu over completely?
Sure. Maybe. Maybe. Ganyu. I like Ganyu. If you could pull for her in a month that there wasn't a lot of cool stuff, yeah, I see that. I pull.
Many fell in the Archon War, but though their life force
Xiao.
faded, their power and malice
I wanted him for a little
survived as
bit.
remnants, posing a continued threat to the world. In Liyue, the task of ending this threat, or rather, enduring it.
He's a cool looking character. All right, so I know a lot of guys watching my live streams. He's a cool looking character, but I feel like I'd rather play like a Xiao game than play with him on my team.
Falls to Xiao. To most in Liyue, Xiao is a name
Like a full
seldom
game.
heard, and as the few who have seen him can attest, he appears only when grave danger is nigh. Coming across this Adeptus, should one count their blessings or their curses?
Conquering demons is what I do.
Conquering demons is what I
Hailed
do.
as the conqueror of demons,
Does he not sound like Vegeta? Conquering demons is what I do, Kakarot.
Xiao's abilities are unparalleled among the Adepti. As such, he
Alright, what we got?
vanquishes demons without breaking a sweat.
Sweatless demon
Xiao
killer.
is agile. His movement skills allow him to dart around the battlefield, and when he dons the mask of the Yaksha, his abilities are enhanced even further as he purges evil and protects Liyue.
Just jumps up and down and attacks,
After
huh?
years of honing his abilities, Xiao has developed an Adeptus art that affords him strength at high altitudes. When Xiao is in the party, the active character consumes less stamina while climbing.
Oh, interesting. He's a climber.
Xiao's normal attack can combo up to 6 strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies. Holding
Okay.
the attack button causes Xiao to consume stamina and perform an upward thrust, dealing physical damage
Oh,
and
that's
lifting
cool. You
enemies
pop 'em
into
up.
the air. While airborne, press attack to perform a plunging attack, striking enemies on the way
Unimpressive.
down and dealing AoE damage upon landing. Xiao will not lose HP from a plunging attack, no matter how high he starts.
Oh, that's cool.
Use Xiao's elemental skill to lunge forward, dealing animo damage to enemies in his path. Make adept use of this skill to dart effortlessly around the battlefield, dealing damage while tactically adjusting your position. Also, lemniscatic wind cycling can be used while airborne, making it easy for Xiao to navigate challenging terrain.
Oh,
aiding
that's
with
cool.
Exploration.
All right, so another character
Lemniscatic
for like
wind
a
cycling
traversing
starts with 2
team.
charges available.
One.
After
Go back
unlocking
the
the
other way.
talent Dissolution Eon
Dude,
Heaven
there you
Fall,
go. I knew it was
if
coming.
Xiao uses multiple charges in quick succession, damage dealt increases with each one.
That's cool.
Evil conquering.
Come in multiple times to just keep
When
increasing
Xiao
your damage
unleashes
output.
an elemental burst, he dons the Yaksha's mask that once struck fear into gods and demons alike.
Okay.
His attacks now deal animo damage, which cannot be overridden by another elemental
Got it.
infusion.
Got it.
And Xiao's attack AoE and damage are both increased. In addition, Xiao's
Boom.
jumping ability is greatly enhanced.
You just keep jumping.
Allowing him to
What?
assail the enemy
One.
with plunging attacks.
That's it? It's like hopping around like a
Yaksha's
pogo stick.
mask brings enormous power, but also great suffering. During Xiao's elemental
See,
burst,
stupid.
he will continually lose HP.
I hate that.
This effect stops if he leaves the field.
I hate that.
After unlocking the talent Conqueror of Evil, Tamer of Demons, while Bane of All Evil is active, Xiao's damage gradually increases.
Yeah, that's dumb.
When Xiao goes into battle, danger follows in his wake. To
No
avoid
doubt.
harming others, he acts quickly, completing the task at hand as efficiently as possible. As the
At least
fight
he's
begins,
efficient.
Xiao uses his elemental skill to move rapidly around the battlefield, changing strategic positions, dealing damage as he goes, and building up energy.
I mean, he's clearly getting you out of
When
jam.
his energy is
Getting
full, he unleashes his elemental burst
One,
and harnesses the power
two,
of the Yaksha's mask to
three,
incapacitate the enemy
four,
with plunging attacks
5,
and finish
6,
off every last
7, 8, 9. His
one. For
took him
millennia,
more than 9 seconds to
tales
kill
of
that.
the Yakshas have been told in Liyue.
You kill a lot faster with
But
a lot
over
different
time,
characters.
These defenders of the masses have all but disappeared. Only
Wow.
Xiao still honors his contract with the Geo Archon by performing the duties assigned to him, though the cost of this duty is perpetual solitude. I know that Adepti suffer heartache just as I do, but I cannot know Xiao's future. Will Xiao be ravaged by the unending war
So,
he wages?
I mean,
and
yeah.
be plunged into despair? Or will he meet someone who understands his sacrifice and can shine a ray of light into his dark world?
So he's honoring a contract of a fallen people. And memory of them, because you're not getting paid. Yeah. I mean, he looks cool, but cool isn't enough for me. Hey! Here we go.
The people of Liyue value tradition, and their traditions are embodied in all manner of rites. Of these, the rites that mark life's end are of utmost importance. Liyue's funeral rites are complex, and only Wangsheng Funeral Parlor can conduct them to the satisfaction of all. Wangsheng has stood for 77 generations and has gained still greater fame in recent years, thanks to their eccentric young director, Hu Tao.
Hu Tao. You can pull for her now, right?
But when
I think she's available right now.
bathe in moonlight.
Hu Tao manipulates pyro with ease and can sacrifice her HP to increase her damage
She's
output,
cool.
cleansing the world of impurities with an unrelenting flame.
She's cool. And I like the little
When
ghost.
Hu Tao cooks a dish perfectly, she has a chance to obtain a suspicious dish of the same kind.
Nice. Suspicious dishes. How you
Hu
doing?
Tao's normal attack can combo up to 6 strikes, dealing physical damage to
She's cool.
enemies. Hu Tao's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage
Doesn't
to
really do
enemies
much,
in
though.
her path. Hu Tao also has a unique effect when sprinting, allowing her to briefly disappear.
I love
and
that.
pass through
That's
certain
so
small
dope.
foes.
That she can run through people. It's like the Flash. She's moving so fast she goes through you.
Hu Tao consumes part of her HP to cast her elemental skill, knocking nearby enemies back and entering the Paramita Papilio state.
That knockback did
This
not work
converts
there.
her attack damage to pyro damage, which cannot be overridden by another elemental infusion. Her resistance to interruption is also increased, and she receives an attack increase based on
pretty
her
good.
max HP when entering this state.
She's cool.
Paramita Papilio ends after a set duration, or when Hu Tao leaves the field. After unlocking the talent Flutterby, ending Paramita Papilio increases the crit rate of all of Hu Tao's party members other
That's
than
cool.
herself for a set duration.
So she's gonna increase everybody's crit rate.
Moreover,
Not
while
bad.
Paramita Papilio is in effect, Hu Tao's charged attacks apply the Blood Blossom effect to enemies it hits. Enemies affected by Blood Blossom will take pyro damage at set intervals.
That's cool. On the inside,
This effect
it's like a burn
automatically
effect in
expires
Pokemon.
after a while. Only one Blood Blossom can exist on any one target at a time, and only Hu Tao can refresh its duration. Wang Sheng has a long heritage. It's said that their directors passed down a secret technique to traverse between life and death.
wow.
Unafraid in the face of death,
She's
they
not afraid of
instead
nothing.
unleash yet greater power. Once the talent Sanguine Rouge is unlocked, Hu Tao gains a pyro damage bonus when her
She's
HP is low.
pretty serious.
Higher, pants on fire!
Hu Tao commands a blazing spirit to deal pyro damage in a large AoE. When her elemental burst hits enemies, Hu Tao regenerates a certain percentage of her max HP. A maximum of 5 enemies can affect this percentage. Additionally, using this skill when Hu Tao's HP is low deals greater damage and regenerates more HP.
Got it.
Hu
Got
Tao's
it.
unique
She's
fighting
kind of
style often
like, you know, I'm
imperils
not
her.
really interested
As such, she must
in
coordinate
playing with her, but she's
teammates
cool looking.
and choose the right moment to use her skills and manage her HP.
I wouldn't play with her. Too much
Hu Tao often
thinking
begins by using her elemental skill to enter the Paramita Papilio state.
for not enough output.
Then she alternates between normal and charged attacks to deal pyro damage, applying Blood Blossoms onto enemies.
Yeah.
She then leaves the field, using the crit rate increase
Blood
from
Blossoms on the
Flutterby
enemy is pretty
to
cool.
increase her teammates' damage output. When Hu Tao's HP is low, she can choose a group of enemies upon which to unleash her elemental burst, dealing pyro damage and regenerating her HP. Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor conducts rites of utmost solemnity, and its staff are used to speaking little,
They don't want to say nothing.
making Hu Tao's liveliness seem an ill fit. Her elders once criticized her mischief-making, but having
Doesn't
seen
look very
her immaculate
mischievous.
conduct of the parlor's affairs, they could do naught but admit their error. Life and death are but two halves of an endless cycle.
They're trying to show her
Life
off as like
leads unto
a
death,
people person.
and death unto new life. Why then should death be taboo? Hu Tao has had the wisdom to see this, though some of her elders have yet to do so.
She's okay. I probably won't pull for her. I like her story. That was a pretty good story to kind of watch. What do we have? Let's do one more. Let's do Rosaria. Let's go. Is somebody named Rosaria in the game? Did I miss that? I feel like I missed that.
Mondstadt's Church of Favonius has a very unique sister.
So the nun.
Rosaria. Despite being a priestess, she has never
said
been
mun.
witnessed offering prayers
Oh,
to the
her!
gods. Swift
Yeah, she's
of
cool.
foot and aloof in speech, she becomes active in the darkness of Mondstadt's night. She belongs to a clandestine side of Mondstadt, brandishing sharp blades under the moonlight.
Sharp
struck down
blades,
intruding
right?
Shadows.
Let's see this.
In exchange for the people's freedom and peace, the non-believer is tasked with purging the filth that no light will touch. City blessed by the Animo Archon. Sleep soundly.
She's cool. Let's see what she can
Pray,
do.
Not for the gods nor the betterment of others, but for yourself.
Rosaria has powerful one-on-one combat capabilities, and as a wielder of a cryovision, her elemental burst can provide continuous cryo damage, assisting the party with damage output and field control. When Rosaria is in the party, she increases the movement speed of party members during nighttime. This effect cannot
I cannot tell the difference whatsoever.
Trounce domains, or the spiral abyss.
Other than like where they are in the map.
Rosaria's normal attack performs up to 5 consecutive strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies. Holding the attack button allows Rosaria to consume a certain amount of stamina to lunge forwards, dealing physical damage to enemies in her path. Tapping Rosaria's elemental skill swiftly positions her behind her opponent. She then pierces and slashes the enemy with her polearm, dealing cryo damage. Ravaging Confession can be used to quickly approach an enemy, identify an advantageous position, and launch your assault. It can also be used to dodge enemy attacks, allowing you to turn the tide of battle. It is important to note that Rosaria cannot use this ability to move behind larger enemies.
Oh, that's kind of useless then.
After unlocking the talent Regina Probation, whenever Rosaria strikes an enemy from behind with Ravaging Confession, her crit rate will increase for a short period of time.
She's not impressive.
Lights out.
She looks cooler than she is. I have
For her elemental burst, Rosaria swings her polearm around her, striking all nearby foes. An icy lance of coalesced
It doesn't do
frost
anything
then
though. It
strikes
just
the
knocks them
ground,
down.
dealing cryo damage. While the ice lance is present, it will intermittently emit a freezing chill, dealing cryo damage to nearby enemies.
Yeah, no thanks.
Strategically utilizing the ice lance through elemental reactions allows party members
I just
to
do not
control
like
or
ice
inflict even
characters.
greater damage upon enemies.
Not impressive.
After
I
unlocking
don't
the
think
talent
she's very
Shadow
good.
Samaritan, when Rosaria uses Rites of Termination,
Yeah.
all party members except for Rosaria receive a temporary increase to their crit
No.
rate based on Rosaria's own crit rate.
No, thank you.
Rosaria, throwing herself into battle, turns daytime idleness into the biting blades of winter that plunge into the bones of the guilty. As the battle begins, coordinate attacks with the other characters in your party, and use elemental skills to trigger elemental reactions. At the same time, quickly shift behind the enemy and follow up with normal attacks. When Rosaria's energy is full, use her elemental burst to inflict continuous cryo damage, then leave the field.
No, thank you.
Use the crit rate
I won't be
increase
playing
from
with
the
her.
talent Shadow Samaritan to assist the other party members
I don't
in
see.
swiftly defeating foes.
It's a cool looking character. I don't see any reason to use her.
Mondstadt's nights are peaceful and tranquil, but in the quiet of the dark, there are those who glimpse a flash of cold steel. This is the dour sister who metes out punishment to protect this place of peace and the sisters who are purity incarnate. Unperturbed with dirtying her hands, she has become a blood-soaked
No, thank you.
executioner. And having witnessed the cruelty of this world, she can no longer close her eyes and extol the blessings of the gods. Rosaria, the most unique sister in Mondstadt's Church of Favonius, never needed redemption from the gods, for she grasped it with her own hands.
No. Not a character I'll be proceeding with. But cool looking though. All right, let's get into the comments. So if you're new to the channel, what we do at the end of every video is we read some comments from you guys.
Value tradition.
Go away. We read some comments, and what we do is we get deep into them, and we get to see what you guys are saying, what we're seeing here, and yeah, I think it's fun. It's my favorite part of doing YouTube right now, is making reading your comments and saying things back. So from Patrick, yes, and it is pronounced Patrick. We confirmed that in Discord. I guess it's me, but partially built Amber against the world. Now she's using Aqua Simulacra 5-star, which was not my intended pull. That's cool. Thanks for the comment. It will be in the upcoming miscellany video. It will be featured. Okay. You know, a lot of people get really like when it comes to like building characters and meta and building the game. I get it, they get really into the meta, but to me, I'm just like, build what you want to play. From Nor Hafeda, man, hope you get better, King. Thank you. Yes, I was sick and now I'm not, but I was, and that's why there wasn't a lot of content coming out. Hey, people should also know about Shin Megami Tensei and Devil Summoners. Why not? Picks a dragon. Yeah, everything we need to know, man. That's the Honkai Star Rail video I just did recently. Very excited for Honkai Star Rail. Twitch drops out. The game is not out, but people are paying attention to it. And unfortunately for me, I did not get access to the beta. I would have loved to get access to the beta. Would have played it for everybody. If you know anybody who's got it, please let me know. Put it in the comments. Put it in the Discord. I would love to get some footage if possible. From Basilisk Gaming, Hogwarts looks stupidly, ridiculously fun game, and I wasn't able to play it. Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking about playing some Hogwarts. I never watched anything in Harry Potter, never read a book, don't know anything about Harry Potter. Kind of interested in the game, though. So sad you had very less subscribers, though you're handsome and smart. Well, you know. Yeah. Thank you, the Beast. Appreciate that. I'm flattered. From Patrick again. I missed that bombing mission. My signature Genshin is very well suited for that stuff. Nice. Yeah, I was doing the bombing missions that day on Amber's story. For Verseal, 3, 2, and 1 star characters aren't added to not cheapen the roster. If Hoyo added characters like that, it would poison the well. One of Hoyo's biggest pluses is that all the characters are well thought out and a clear personality, story, life, and motivations. Adding 3, 2, and 1 star characters will get in every temple, and little to nobody cares about the development and will stain the roster's reputation. Hoyo's game would go from being amazingly caring to all of its characters to having one. Okay, so I see what you're saying. I think in that video, when I was talking about 1 to 3 star characters, what I was basically, the point I was trying to get to was, it's kind of stupid to have 4 and 5 star characters, because there are no 1, 2, or 3s. So I don't know. I just felt like you either have a 5 or a 4. And I know there are, weapons with less stars. It's just, I don't know. My whole thought was basically, I would just love to see more differentiation between 4 and 5 stars. Like, I've heard, oh, this 4 is really a 5 and this 5 is really a 4, but like, what tells you that, like, other than like their power? I don't know. From Delga, the Arcan's first rerun always has been 4 versions later, 3.0, 3.6. So they believe that Nahida is coming at 3.6. So funny thing about Nahida, if you guys have been following the channel, you know that I made a video about Nahida and it didn't work out too well, and then I made another video about Fahina, apologizing for why the first one didn't come out too well, and all is forgiven. If 3.6 comes, I will, and Nahida is there, I will pull for Nahida. Not that I want to, but I will, because I feel like it's only right to do for the channel. Kappa HD, no, it's not being different for no reason. It was always Hunkai's formula. Honkai Impact 3rd phone menu is always on the right side. Oh yes, I was asking if the reason that the characters were on the right was to be different than Genshin, which has the character list on the left. You should react to wait, what? You should react to Surumi in Thawing. What? What is that? Surumi in Thawing. We'll look that. I don't know what that is. Surumi in Thawing. Surumi in Thawing. This is a joke. Thawing. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's nothing. I don't know what that is. PB, you're gonna have to explain that a little better. From Jalcom, they're totally cooking a Hoyo versus, oh yeah, Hoyo versus game. If anything, it would be April Fool web event. That would be dope. I said in that video I would love to see a big battle game, like with all the Hoyoverse characters. I mean, think about like Marvel versus Capcom. Think about like a Street Fighter with all the Hoyoverse characters. That would be sick. I would love it. I think most of the Westerns that don't like turn-based games anymore. Okay, so this is about the Honkai Star Rail's fighting mechanisms, which, as you have known, is turn-based. But Western mobile players, that's a different stick. The mobile market is so saturated with turn-based games, at the very least. Oh no, well yeah, I mean, obviously the turn-based games work really well on mobile. Teyvat is not Earth. They aren't even in the same multiverse. If anything, Honkai's impact would be on Earth, but it's definitely not. At the end of Honkai Impact 3rd, the characters travel to a parallel universe, so miss the mark on all fronts. Oh, okay. Well, let me just say something. I was saying in that video that I would love to see all of the worlds come together. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, Jalcum. A lot of toxic fire. They're in the same multiverse, at least, since the character Honkai Impact 3 did look into other worlds and see Dvalin from Genshin. The devs then confirmed that it was indeed the case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Honkai Impact 3 hasn't ended. How do you know how it ends? They're in the same multiverse. Yeah, I mean, if they're in the same multiverse, eventually we have to see some character interaction. I think that would be so sick. From Dion Laurie, congratulations on getting Alhaitham, bro. Thank you, Dion. Appreciate it. One more? We'll do one more. So Shags said, using Alhaitham skill makes green mirror floating on his side, and his normal attack becomes dendro damage. Using the burst with no mirror floating or create 3 mirrors. 3 mirrors equals multiple swords that rain from above a huge area of attack. Okay. And AoE damage, AoE attack. 1 or 2 mirrors have different attack animations, so with no mirrors, always use burst when it's available to obtain the 3 mirrors. Got it. Good to know. That's actually a really good Alhaitham tip. From Ash, we'll do the last one. Usually the new Arkans run every 4 patches, so 3.6 for Nahida. Okay, well there you go. Some people saying 5.0 on that one. All right, there. Let's go, Shinobi, EV Gaming, and Anime. All right, guys. So that's the video. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. We're gonna be playing Honkai Impact 3rd, never. But we'll read up on it. As for Honkai Star Rail, definitely will be playing that, and of course more Genshin Impact live stream tonight. And yeah, that's how we do stuff. So, well, not tonight, but we'll probably see it tonight. I don't know when you're gonna watch this video, but odds are there could be a live stream, and they happen right here on YouTube and on Twitch. Restream, how you doing? And that's all I got for today. So if you haven't already, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. It's the only way we can grow it. And thank you guys for your time. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.